It's time for some summer cooking. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I decided to kind of put together a summertime what's for dinner. We have got one recipe that Luke was going to be doing on the grill, and then the other one we're going to do on the Blackstone. Let's get into it. First up, he's just going to patty out the burgers and get those ready to go. He is going to season those up on both sides with some of this campfire SuckleBusters seasoning. This is definitely one of our favorites, but we do like it better on burgers than steaks. But I do have this linked in my description box for you guys if you want to give this seasoning a try. Now that the grill is ready, he is going to go ahead and get those on. I will be explaining later in the video on kind of the difference in grilling and smoking on this Acorn griller. He kind of told me what I needed to say, so I'll be doing that later in the video. So since he is smoking these, he is cooking them at a lower temperature. As you've seen, it's about 200, 250, and that way the lower and the slower you smoke, the more smoke you're going to get into your meat. And so for whenever he smokes these burgers, he does them low and slow, and then he just, kind of checks them throughout to make sure that, of course it gets done to the internal temperature of 155 for ground beef. But these ended up taking about an hour to slow smoke, and then one of the things that he likes to do is to coat them in barbecue sauce about 10 minutes till we're going to pull them off, and it is one of my favorite things. I absolutely love it. Whenever he is cooking on the grill, this is what we have. We have an Acorn char griller. He's had this for a few years and he absolutely loves it. So he uses a couple different things. So to start off, for fire starter, he uses the, right now he's using this fast fire. He has got a couple different kinds before, but that's what he is using right now to get it going. But he uses several things. He has regular lump charcoal. It's just a black lump charcoal. But he also uses wood chips. Wood chips is going to give you a different flavor platform than just using plain charcoal, because if you get different wood chips, they're flavored. So this is pecan wood chips. And in every bag that you get, when you go to, say, Walmart and pick some up, it kind of gives you an idea of what is best when you cook with it. So this one's good with pretty much everything. Like pork, chicken, fish, it gives you the different options. It always kind of does that on there. So he has pecan, he uses mahogany, hickory. They have all kinds of different kinds. This is another one. He's got this big bag of these hickory wood chunks. He just throws those in there with a couple pieces of the charcoal, and it just kind of helps. Like I said, it gives it a good smoky flavor. Depending on with what you're cooking is what he'll use. This one's the hickory and this one's pecan, so it kind of just depends. But in the segment where he is cooking up the burgers, he is actually smoking those burgers. So what that means is he is smoking them lower, at a lower temperature and slower. So you're going to get more, if you do it lower and slower, you're going to get more of a smoky flavor that is going to slow cook into those burgers or whatever you're smoking in general. He does have, he actually has two different smokers. He has this one, and then he also has this one. This is the one I got him. My family and I kind of got together and got him this one for Christmas a few years ago. Y'all have already seen this in a couple videos, but that is a Pit Boss. That's what uses the pellets. But he does like to smoke, especially burgers, because it's way easier to just set this up, make sure it's low and slow, and you can smoke the burgers on here. So as you'll see throughout the video, you'll see him checking the temperature, just making sure that they are, you know, reaching that 155 internal temp, but you're doing them slower. Like, it took him about an hour, a little over an hour, to cook those burgers. And as you see, they're kind of rounder because he's not taking and pressing down the juices. You want that smoke flavor to soak in, so he's not like pressing them down, making sure they're flat. So they are kind of a little rounder, but y'all, they are amazing. And I forgot to get a clip of me cutting into my burger to share, but they are going to have a little bit of a pink color to them, but that is from the smoke. And there will be a pink smoke ring around whatever you're smoking. So like, if I had to cut in, I wish I had done it. If I had to cut into that burger, you would have been able to see a nice pink smoke ring, and that it's fully cooked, because y'all seen him use a meat thermometer. It's fully cooked, but that's the smoke. That's how you can tell that the smoke flavor got into your meat, by that smoke ring. And that is, like I said, they're fully cooked, fully safe to eat. Just make sure you have a food thermometer with whatever you're doing to be able to check that. But he likes to grill burgers or smoke burgers. It just depends on what mood we're in. And then this time he did coat them in barbecue sauce and give them a couple minutes. And that's my favorite, I'm gonna be honest. That's my favorite way, is when he coats them in barbecue sauce and kind of lets them sit a little bit on the grill. But that is the difference in grilling and smoking, is just lower and slower. So he did them about, I think, 200, he said, for the smoked burgers this time. And then of course, if he had just grilled them, you know, it would have been up in like the 300s, and there would have been, you know, more of a flame. And like, there's no flame for when you're smoking. You just get that smoke, you know, there's just a lot of smoke. There's not an actual flame like if you're grilling. Does that make sense? I'm trying to do this. I asked him to do it, but he's just been busy, and so he kind of talked me through it. So hopefully I'm making sense. If y'all have any more questions about the whole smoking or grilling, just leave them in the comments down below, and I'll have him reply to you guys to help you guys out. Now he's just coating the other side with the rest of our Pilatary's barbecue sauce. We just finished off that bottle, and I'm definitely going to have to place another order. We absolutely love Pilatary's. We've tried several other products, and I will have their website linked down below for you guys. So here is what they look like, and then we just served it up with a bacon, broccoli, hash brown casserole. I will be sharing that soon in an upcoming Campbell's video. That was delicious, y'all. Next up, we're going to do some chicken and steak sandwiches on the Blackstone. These are one of my personal favorites. They are so good. So he's going to start out by cooking up the onions first, and then he's just going to get the meat going. He did season the meat with the John Henry's Mojave garlic and also the Kinder's red garlic. That combination of those two is so good. I wanted to mention too that for the steak, you can definitely like thinly slice it if you want to. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. It just depends. But we are going to, of course, add cheese and then put it on bread to go along with it. I did fix up some cauliflower mac and cheese, and I ended up doing some tater tots as well. So here he is just checking the temperature of the chicken and the steak. Of course, the chicken is 165 internal temperature, and then the steak, it's just to your preference. If you like it rare, if you like it well done, just cook it to however long you like it. And then, like I said before, you can shave it before, or like you see him doing here, he cuts it after. That way, you know, it's more of like a rare piece, because if you thin cut it before, it's going to get completely cooked all the way through, if that makes any sense. So we are just going to butter up our buns and get our cheese ready and build our sandwiches. I always get questions on how we keep our Blackstone clean, so I thought I would share that with you guys today. So now that we are done cooking, as you see, he is just going to scrape any of those bits up that he can get up without water. He's just scraping those into the back there where it, like, the grease drains out. And then after he does that, he is going to add on some water. Now it is still on right now, and that is just going to kind of help that like release those little bits so that way it's not cooling and sticking on there. So he does have it on. Now he's added on the water, and he's just going to do the same thing, scraping any of those like bits off, sticky residue from what you cooked. And he is just making sure to get it nice and clean. You want a nice clean slate every single time. Now, this is something that you need to do every single time. It's going to help overall with the wear and tear on your Blackstone, and it's really going to make it last a lot longer. It's just like a cast iron pan. If you wipe your cast iron pan down every single time and oil it every single time that you use it, it's the same exact thing. You have to love your Blackstone just like you do a good old cast iron pan. So now he has turned the Blackstone off, and he is just taking and wiping it down with a couple paper towels, getting the corners, because sometimes stuff can get stuck in the corners and sit. So he's just making sure to wipe it down. And then he's going to add on some oil. You don't want too much. You don't want it to like sit on it. You just want to wipe it down. Like I said, same thing with a cast iron pan. Just give it a good wipe down. Make sure it has a nice coating, and so it's ready to go for the next time when you are ready to cook another dinner on the Blackstone. We absolutely love our Blackstone. It makes some delicious recipes, y'all. So here's what it looks like. It is ready to go for next time. Here are the sandwiches. They are so good. I ended up going with the chicken, and I ended up putting provolone cheese on mine and some honey mustard, and y'all, it was so good. Here is my plate. We've just got my sandwich, some tater tots, and some mac and cheese, and y'all, this is so good. We definitely love sitting outside in the summertime eating some delicious food. If you want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comments down below. We will have all kinds of summertime recipes to share. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.